Welcome to Call of the Wild Tutorials, and today we're out here on Quattro Colinas, and we're continuing our skill series, and today we're talking about the weather prediction skill. Now, this is not something that I've ever run personally, so we're going to do a little bit of experimenting here together to see what it actually is. So our details state that extensive studies in the art of meteorology has unlocked the ability to make accurate predictions about local weather conditions. So there's two levels. Level 1 unlocks the ability to approximate when the weather will change into what state, for example when it goes from clear to rainy. And level 2 will further extend the ability to predict weather changes in the future. So I've already put a point in here, and the one thing that we need to do is, because this is green, it means it's an active perk. So even when you purchase it, you need to go and activate it. So let's activate it now. And what it'll do is it'll change our R1 button. I had it at zeroing before, but now it's changed it to that little weather icon. So we're going to see what happens when we press it, because I've never used this before. So when we press it, we can see it starts a timer, and it starts going through the weather patterns. So it's Quattro Colinas. It's mainly sunny. It doesn't really, the weather patterns don't change normally here. We're just going to see how long it predicts the weather for. So I started, it was 1704, and it's at 1904, and now it's going to reset. So it's predicting the weather for 2 hours. And we can see that there's a timer clicking down that was started at 600 seconds. So 600 divided by 60, that's 10 minutes real world time that there's a cooldown for this skill to be used. So we're going to go and see if we can back out of the game and reset this skill so that we can see what level 2 looks like. Now, I actually had to shut the game right down. Just going back to the main menu and coming back in, it was still running. So if you ever want to reset it, you actually have to leave it and then restart the game. So let's go and let's put a second skill point in here. And so once again, this is going to extend the duration in which we can tell the weather. And we're going to see what's going to happen, or how much further it's going to extend. So last time it was 2 hours. So let's zoom in here. And so we started at 1711. We'll see where we end up here. So last time it only went to 1900. So 1911, there's our 2 hours. So now we're up to, I'm going to say probably 4 hours is where it's going to extend to. So there we have it. So it extends for 4 hours. So the conclusion about the weather perk, if you really need to know, or skill I should say, if you really need to know what's going on with the weather, and I don't know why, then I guess this is a skill you might want to run. Now, one of the things I'll mention is that this the weather only runs for about a minute, and then it disappears for the last 9. So it's not a continuous banner that's running all the time. So to me, I don't really care what the weather is when I'm hunting in this game. It's not really a worthwhile skill, in my opinion, to waste 2 points on, but I leave that up to you. So I hope you found this helpful from Call of the Wild Tutorials out here on Quattro Colinas. Happy hunting.